Okay. Just have to get set up, people of the future. So, give me a second here. Live chat. We're going to pop out chat. This goes to the big TV so I can read them. This way I can read comments, should I get any. Hey, John C. I'm doing good, doing good. Okay. Working on a Captain Bloth. But I need to turn my camera around. Turn around. Okay. Got to grab some paint. I will say hi to Shannon. She was here a little minute ago, and then she had to run out. She might pop back in. You never know. Here's white. No, I did this. Okay. So my table's a little messy. Forgive me. I'll do a little bit of cleaning up as I go. Hello, Stacy. I'm doing action figure stuff. Let's turn this light on also. Okay, that helps. Great. Getting stuff out of the way. Hello, Ron. All right. This head is here because I just painted another head and I was trying to match that green. I'm trying to get this channel built to 1,000 so I could monetize it and hopefully legitimize some of this other time that I'm spending. All right, so this is the guy that I'm working on. And you can see he has, can you see? Yeah, he's got, I had to build up his stomach a little bit. The character still needs a red sash around his midsection there. Oh, okay. All right. I did not know that you were sharing these lives to creepers. I don't know if that's good or bad. I'll have to figure that out. Sometimes their arms fall off. And I'm not sold on these. I think I just want. So this is a. Mattel did a set of figures that were wrestlers figures. They're Walmart exclusives. WWE Superstars is the name of the line. And this happens to be Earthquake from that line, but he wasn't quite big enough. So I added a little bit on here onto for his belly pouch. And I'm going to make him a sash belt out of this Worbla. And I almost always have some kind of a Beastman project going. Bye, Stacy. But this Worbla stuff is pretty awesome for action figure work. And I'm just going to go around his waist with it. There's a turning point here that I have to keep in mind. So all of it has to be contained under this. That is about how much I need. Yeah, so these are Skeletor's arms, and I have already dremeled a little bit so I can paint this to look like a cuff, look like a an armor, like a van brace or bracer. So I can paint this to look like a bracer, skin tone. He's got a shirt on. I guess it's sleeveless. I'm not sure, but yeah. And I don't think I'm going to use these arm pieces. These are from the new Turtles of Grayskull Beastman, Samurai Beastman. I thought I was going to use these because they kind of look like his, but not enough. And they're really puffy. Like they're bigger. They built him up too much. And I don't think that's good. Okay. Yeah, see, that looks better. And these boots are from... I don't know who they're from. But they're not even Master of the Universe boots. They're from Marvel. So they're from a Marvel Legends character of some kind. But I don't remember who. Rich, I have no idea what you're talking about. So, I'm just going to go ahead. I have to do the sash, but I want his arms to be drying while I put that sash on there. Pirates of Dark Water, Captain Bloth. Really fun cartoon if you haven't seen it. I think it's all on YouTube. Okay, Rich, I don't know if you're making jokes, but I'm going to remove you if you're a problem. And I don't get your jokes. I hate when I misplace stuff that I have. Rich, would you like to stay or go? Because I just want to figure that out. Really doesn't matter to me. Rich, I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, Rich, you're going to go away now. There we go. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. When we're on live like this, it shows up in streams, and some people get on who are idiots. And I don't want what I'm doing to be pushed out to people who don't care about it. Okay. So we're going to paint these arms. His skin tone it's pretty white. So that's what I'm just going to start with. And I might add some blue into it later, but I'm going to start with just white. I tend to use my table as a palette. That's why it's gotten all this lovely color. Makes it look like I'm working. And I'm sure that this will take a few coats. Because this has a joint on it, I tried to bend it all one way before I paint it. And then I know that I can get paint in both sides of that joint. So the head is a full replacement. I always have a Beastman project going on. This channel, I do a Beastman of the month. And this is an Origins Beastman, and this is the CG cartoon, the Netflix Beastman. And they just happen to be on the table. I'm not using them tonight, but they just happen to be in my area. So let's see, Ron. The head's a full replacement, and this is one that I sculpted in Blender and then printed out. So that's what this is here. And he has a scimitar-like sword. Very scimitar-esque. So that will be the sword that I put with him. I don't have anything super special. I just... hello, June Ritchie, and thanks for the heads up. I have not seen the new Wonka movie. I don't watch a ton of movies. Well, okay, that's not true. I watch movies here in the shop. I've been watching movies all day. But mostly I've been watching like bad horror movies from the 70s. I've been on a Paul Naschy kick lately. He was a guy who made Wolfman movies over in Poland. Interesting dude. Again, I'm painting, this has a big joint in the elbow, so I just want to try to bend it. These guys are stiff sometimes. Okay, so I just want to bend that so I can paint it bent. And then second coat, I'll open it up and do the second coat. So I actually am answering comments. I can see them on a big screen here. I can't imagine I will have so many people that I can't keep up with comments. These are Skeletor's arms. Which Skeletor, I'm not sure. One of the Origin Skeletors. Probably like Dragon Blaster or something like that. It's all kind of, the Skeletors are the same, and then they have different armors. Okay. And now I can hit that hand. Oh, I have so many Master of the Universe figure parts right now. You know, you get excited, so it's like, I wonder if I could fit this head on this guy. So you pull out both of them, you rip one head off, you start putting it on the other one, and then you leave it sitting there because it's not a finished thing. You can't put it back with finished figures. So yeah, I have so many Motu things. Like, I'm building a whole world for them. That's what I'm doing, is I'm building a whole big train set that'll be Motu scale. Now, let's get back to his sash. I need my heat gun, my trusty dusty heat gun. And this is a Worbla plastic, which is like, it's a plastic that you heat it up and then you can shape it. Normally I don't lag too much, Aries. And I want to put this on with some wrinkles, so that's why I'm kind of like wadding it up as I go. I want it to have some wrinkles in it. I want it to have some character. This is representing a fabric sash that he has around his waist. And I can use my tool here to put in some of those wrinkle lines. Lift this guy off of that leg joint. Okay. Okay. All right, so now I can still turn my waist, but I have the sash that was put on, and that's working. And I need to put on some knee pieces. I really like these boots and these buckles, but I have to put on, he's got these real interesting shin guards, which I will make out of more Worbla. I was going to go ahead and make it out of the black Worbla. This stuff I find to be a little thicker. And I have pictures up over there. I have pictures up that are my reference. So I'm referencing those images while I work on this. It's kind of that shape right there that I'm going to put right on top of his boot. What's great about this Worbla stuff is that it gets sticky when it gets sticky when you heat it up. So not only can you shape it, but it also ends up doing a nice job. Hello, Clayton Stevens. Yes, Captain Bloth. I already sculpted the head in Blender and went ahead and put that on. Hello, Stacy Birch. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm just going to go ahead and put on a little bit of a base coat on this. We'll need a second coat. His head is very white. Yeah, June, I've already banned one today, so that's the fun part of being recommended on YouTube to people who don't like what you're doing. Okay, that's enough of a first coat on the head. This is not Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant, right now, they're costing me about $70 to get one. I have one. I haven't figured out what I'm using him for yet. So this is an earthquake, but I made him a little taller than normal by using Marvel Legends shins on him. So I've gotten some height from here. You know, he's probably an honest 6 inches as opposed to, but Earthquake is the body. Earthquake is from the Walmart line of wrestling figures. Okay, so Bloth's neck is going to be white too, because that is skin. Drop some more white down. Yeah, the Andre the Giant bodies are really hard to get, and they're expensive. I need them to make something else on that buck that is less pricey. Okay. Now, let's work on these boots. Clayton, are you the one that recommended Bloth the other day? When I get Bloth done, I have to do Saw Boss. And so that'll be fun too. There's a line down the middle of it. because this is sticky, I can kind of just stick it right on. I will do some vehicles. I have a few planned out already. But right now, I'm starting with the figures because storage is an issue. And the plan for this is I will end up with a whole, like, Dark Side of Eternia train set. So, until I have the structure to house that, so I had 36 to make, and I have made 35 of them. Hello, Ace. Good to see you. I also have, I had 20 of his council to make, and this guy is number 19, and then I can start on the other one tonight if I get a chance. So yeah, I've kind of been busy on these guys and steady. This is my project for when I am home, when I want to unwind. This is something that I do just for me. Hello, Kiko Taro. And, you know, so all like, but all my staff people that I have made, like, they're not it, you know? So I have an order of how I have to make these things. These guys are done now, and I kind of use them because these characters people know. So I might get some people following the channel before I go into stuff that isn't well known. You know, that would be kind of nice. Yeah, so those boots look good now. I've got to paint it. No, I'm not doing anything from Ghostbusters. That's just, it's set in too modern of a world for me. I'm not a huge fan of that modernness. Most of the one now, I've done Transformers. At least that's an alien world, kind of. I did Megatron, but yeah. All right, so boots are set. I still have to paint them because I'm going to do him in his normal colors. He is gray pants. Am I on painting already? I think I am. Aries has been in and out a little bit because of lagging internet. Okay, so arms are on. Arms are on. Head is on. I have to make these shoulder armor. That's what it is. And it's 3 layers scaled. That's going to work just fine. If my video and audio is lagging really bad for anybody else, please give me a heads up. Thank you, Ron. All right, so I'm going to use this as, these are my, because he has this shoulder piece, okay? That goes like right here. And I need to make these scalloped. I got to do little straps around his arm. Let me cut those now. Well, I'm sculpting the heads in Blender, and then all this is just rework. I just enjoy this. I enjoy the action figures. I enjoy the Masters of the Universe mythos. So I'm just kind of playing in that world a bit to de-stress. Aries, go on TikTok. You don't have to announce everything. It's all right. Aries, you can participate like an adult, or I'm gonna just block you. Yeah, still, figuring out a lot of stuff with this channel, like audience and things, and because I'm vertical, I'm being put into the YouTube Shorts filter, so anybody scrolling can find me. Doesn't mean that they're interested in what I'm doing. And if people are just bored enough, they'll mess with chat. So I just have to walk over to the computer and block them. So again, this is Worbla that I'm using, and it is excellent for armor strapping, that kind of stuff. Really, really good. Ace, yes, it does. It does put me in kind of the mainstream a little bit, but I'm going to get some that aren't interested. Just that's the nature of the beast. Well, I don't mind a 3D printer if you sculpt it yourself. I mean, I'm sculpting teeth right now that I'm using in masks. I sculpt the teeth and I print them. But if you're just printing someone else's work, that's kind of weird. And this is scalloped. So there are 3 pieces to this. And this one got in my white paint. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 2 more. Okay. So now I'm going to use these guys and build the armor piece on top of these little plates. Actually, I have to trim all these first. I got this at Joann's when it was on sale. Hobby Lobby when it was on sale. They had a whole cosplay section for this kind of stuff. And it's not cheap, but it's not as expensive as actual Worbla. So I'll actually be painting him here soon. I'm not too far from that. I think this is the last thing I have to build, aside from he needs a cape, but I'll do that after. I'll do that last. It does stick to the toys really well. You know, anything like a strap, you can stick it to itself also, so you get a mechanical bond as well as, you know, a physical bond. A chemical bond, I mean. All right, so let's start heating this up. Ace, no, I do not use air dry clay for anything. It's just not that good. It tends to shrink. It tends to crack. It's a little problematic as far as that goes. I know that some people like it, but I think that they like it because they're not used to using anything else. In my other job, I use a lot of professional materials, so I tend to lean more towards those. So, and I don't mean to sound snooty or anything, but I'm used to using those higher end materials like epoxy putty, and that does better for me than something like air dry clay would. And it would do better for them, but they're just not used to using it, so they just don't. Now that's going to stick on there pretty good. I actually want to raise this a little bit so that I'm not interfering with that joint. Okay. I'll go ahead and do another one. Okay. Yeah, the air dry is good. The the foam clay is good stuff. It's not that strong, so I wouldn't want to make something out of it and sell it to someone because you can just rip it with your hands. It just has to be stronger than that. And I'm thinking in the haunted house brain too because that's where I sell most of my things. So maybe not, maybe I'm wrong, but it's just not that strong. But yeah, it sticks really well. So I like it a lot. Now these have spikes on them. So now I've got to get spikes on them. just doing some armor fabrication out of Worbla on him. He has these spiked shoulder pads. When you heat it up, you're able to really manipulate this stuff well. Cobwebs, I could do that, but then I'm stealing. That's the issue. The issue is if I scan this, then I'm scanning their sculpt and then I'm printing it. That's theft. If I'm working on a skeleton warrior to go with these guys, like just like so I can have hundreds of undead. But that's something that I'm sculpting from the ground up in Blender. So, it's almost like if I took this figure, I could make a silicone mold of it and then just make more in resin. But that's theft. So I'm not going to do that. Could you? Yes, you could. Will I? I won't. All right, so there's Captain Bloth without his cloak and without the spikes on the shoulders. So I'm going to get this color on, and then I'm going to start painting his legs and stuff. Yeah. I need a light gray. I need a lavender. All right. That's very pink. That is close enough to light gray. Purple and white. Okay. Yeah, I have a lot of things that I could be doing hindered by those silly ethics that I have. Not everybody shares them by any means. It may work for that, Ace. That's real detailed sculpting for foam clay. It's normally better for bigger shapes. I haven't had much luck with that type of detail. So let's do this. We'll do that separation. Take his arms off here. The head is a pain to get off because it's a custom job. So we'll leave that. These will come off. Okay. This blue color is what I'll do his pants out of. It's a blue-gray. Hello, Lazy Noodles. I hope all is well with you on this fine Sunday. This is a different torso that I keep around just to make a handle when I'm painting some of these things. Well, if it goes crazy, June, give me a heads up. But yeah, a lot of people are recasting the vintage figures and doing custom stuff that way. Yeah. I don't, because I'm from the mask world where recasting is such a no-no. I'm, I don't think I can do that. Decomposed Gatling from High on Life. I don't, I do not get that reference. What does a Gatling look like? Like, is it like a different type of monster? I too love Master of the Universe, Lazy Noodles. I too. This character that I'm making right now is from Pirates of Dark Water, which was another cartoon and toy line. It only had 2 seasons, but I thought it was really good. I think it would do well now. It's a property I expect to be bought up by Netflix or something at some point. Kind of has a One Piece feel as they're all going around in a boat looking for stuff. Okay, coat one. Okay. Coat one for that gray color. Leave that be over there. Let's. I got to mix up actually that lavender for his shirt. I have a real deep purple here, real bluish purple. Death before recasting. I think death might be a little excessive, but yeah, I don't want to recast things that other people have made. Okay, I'm getting closer. Okay. That's Casey Love statue, mass slasher. Casey Love did all the sculpt work on that. And that's why it was so excellent, because Casey Love did it. That guy is talented. Yeah, but people who use existing figures to create new ones, it's it's their work. It's their figures, Ace. So if you mold a figure that someone else made, like Mattel uses different parts from different Masters of the Universe figures to make new Masters of the Universe figures, but they owned the rights in the first place. So they're allowed. Someone else should not be. And his sash is, of course, red. Yeah, I think without reference, I have a real hard time with details. And then that's where I lean the most heavy on the references in the details because, what is the corner of the mouth doing? What do those eye wrinkles really look like? And then reference is able to get me to where I need to go normally. Yeah, that pumpkin head figure that Casey sculpted is sweet. All right, so now this guy has to dry. I could probably put another coat on his arms. So all the white handled brushes you see me using are from a company called Ghost Brush, who does really cool stuff. I really like these brushes. They're just good quality. A lot of times this paint will be a little thick in the bottle, and then you kind of have to add a little bit of water to it. So I just wet my brush and let that do the work. Yeah, but I don't think you're still allowed to use Universal's design. Like the character is public domain, but like their lightning hair, that's Universal's concept. So I don't think you're able to use that. Boy, that seems thick to me. Well, licensed characters like that will go into public domain after a certain amount of time. So that's a thing. And I think it's 80 years. And this is He-Man's 40-year anniversary. So 40 more years from now, I'll be able to make whatever Beast Man stuff I want. Without worrying about the fuzz coming to get me. Okay, that's 2 coats. I think they're going to need 3. Most of the paint I'm using is P3 from Privateer Press. That's the main type that I'm using. I'm also using a couple of these model colors. The model color is pretty good stuff. It actually comes from Hobby Lobby. P3 you've got to buy online from their website. Yep, I love cone heads and underbites. Sounds like something you'd put on your Match.com profile. All right. Get this freaking hand painted. Always kind of wondered about the weird fins on Skeletor's arms. So I just used them this go round. Like this is belly that I added with 5-minute epoxy. That was not his original belly. Okay. Yeah, you do get some mask painters out there, that's for sure. Rock, this will be up at later. Appreciate you stopping by. For some reason it keeps setting them to private, but I'll go in and I'll set it to public. Okay. All right, so let's get that set over here. I can do another coat on those pants now. Clean the brush. Which one were you looking for, Ace? This is gonna be awkward for both of us. Just hang in there. Okay. I do think it's time for me to clean this brush, and I'll go ahead and I'll do the coat of red on his sash. And then I've got to grab a gold for his armor. I haven't done any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles customs because I'm just not a giant Ninja Turtles fan. I mean, they're cool, but not as much as I am Masters of the Universe. And I'm doing all of these for a reason and for a purpose. Like all of these have a purpose. I'm working off of a big master list of things that I need to get done. So I do have wiggle room, and there's things that I make that are not on the list, but they'll probably mostly be Masters of the Universe things. So I'm working on a Masters of the Universe themed and scaled train set. So it's G scale, and it'll cover the whole dark side of Eternia. Rat King was my favorite Ninja Turtle action figure. I used to play with him like he was the hunchback from Notre Dame. So, John C., yes, I am. Masked Slasher. So, get the chairs out of your booth. Every booth comes with chairs, but you shouldn't be sitting in them. So I always give the chairs back right away so that, we're not tempted to sit in the chairs because they're long days. I get that. And with that, like stay off your phone. If you need to get on your phone, get out of your booth, walk across the aisle. Because nothing is worse than when you're watching these walkthrough videos of the show floor and you'll see they go by booths and everybody in the booth is on their phone, just playing on their phone, doing something dumb. And make sure your hotspot is in order so that you can be your own internet. Ike, I'm going to do a few more, but I won't do all of them. He'll probably have 4 more crew members. All right. So I think his head is actually white enough because it's white skin. I don't want it like super duper white. I need to do a dark color in his mouth. So let me do this. Also, I highly recommend you bring some booth help. If it's just you there, then that's a rough day. You need to be able to get yourself something to eat. You need to be able to go to the bathroom and still have someone watch your booth. Yes, that is from the Netflix He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I'm going to do a custom with him where I make him. There's just no posability on him, so I'm going to go ahead and put him on a different body. Lazy Noodles, thank you. Appreciate you watching for a bit. I do need black. Because his beard is black. And I think I'm going to switch brushes. Okay. How'd that do? Yeah, people don't yes, they don't man their booths as well as they should. And that's because they don't have enough help. They don't bring enough people to model their stuff. They don't bring enough people to work their booth. Well, Mask, I don't know your show's info. You know what I mean? Like it's not like I know where you're going. And that is something where having a little bit of that knowledge would help. Do they do 30,000 people? Do they do 2,000 people? Yeah, you might ask them what their attendance is. They should tell you if you're a vendor. Okay. Need to get the rest of this beard blacked out. Okay. All right. So I have that set. I'm going to go into his eyes and put down some black. So I want to make some separation for when I have to white his eyes, because his head is white. Now I can put my white on top of that, and I'll have a thin ledge around it of white. And now I need to get some other colors. So I have to do his armor, get some paint on that. Okay. That is a great color for the armor. Not to your liking. It's not a thermoplastic, but you can put a bend in it with heat. And it all depends on which plastic, because they're all a little bit different. I also see, since I just stepped away, that the straps on the armor are black. So while I have the black out, I need to jump on that. I'm painting from a cartoon reference. And I'm pretty sure that they made some changes on the action figure. But I don't know what those are. I didn't gather a ton of references on the captain. I only knew I was going to do him, I think, last week. Okay, black strap is done. Yeah, there's different plastics that different companies use. But yeah, heating is a big part of taking them apart. You have to heat the bodies up to make those locking joints a little more flexible, and then they come apart real easy. So my little heat gun is always by my side. I also need to get some gold because I got, these are gold bracers. Can one of y'all tell me how many folks are watching right now? I think it's probably over 7. Yeah, so that strap right there, it just needed to be painted black. And it's got a thickness to it, so you have to hit the top edge and the bottom edge as well as just the width. Now, that is out of the way. I'll be able to put his body back together here soon. This is the color I'm doing his pauldrons out of. Okay. Well, hello, all 18 people. I hope you are enjoying your Sunday. And I hope that scrolling on YouTube is something that you wanted to be doing. I'm doing something that I wanted to be doing, so it's only fair. This is kind of what I do for fun. I have a whole other channel that is haunted house and Halloween related. Okay. I can imagine that. I bet there's someone out there who can read the future by paints blots on a palette. I can certainly see seeing faces in them. My goal is to not get paint everywhere, right? That's a lofty goal. One of those rare instances where I should have painted the skin last. That's funny, John. A fiberglass mache. All right. Now the boots get this same color. They look good black, but that's not the color they are in the cartoon. Good night, June. That's a pretty boot. He's ready for the club. Now this character normally wears like sandals. So I'm upgrading him to big closed-toe boots. Because to me, a dude that big needs ankle support. Yeah, so I don't normally share the my stuff with this stuff. I don't share the action figures with the creepers or anything, just because this is niche. You know what I mean? A lot of folks aren't expecting this, and I'm not too worried about talking. I'll answer any questions that pop up, but I want to use this video to make a video later, so I'm not worried about the stream right now. I have been caffeine free all day, and it is killing me. I need to get a little bit of caffeine in my system because I'm getting a headache. Yes, I drink too much. I'm trying to slow down, but my last bit of caffeine was this morning. They don't. They do have like the hole where the peg goes into, and I actually also have these fancy things. It's an alligator clip, so you can clip onto a little part of it and then jab that into foam or something and paint them. That works really well too. I'm gonna let all this dry up. I'm gonna grab some gold. I'm gonna grab myself a quick soda. Gold, gold, gold. I think for gold, I'm gonna have to go with spray paint. I'll spray it out on the table and then I'll paint it. I'll be right back on, guys. Just talk amongst yourselves. I exist. Okay. Trying to find the gold, gang. Hang on. Chrome. Gotcha. They make ball and socket joints that you can buy and add in, and you can also 3D print them. But a ball and socket is kind of a tough one. A ball and socket's a little bit tough because you have to make sure that the plastic going over has enough flex to not break. So some resins don't make good ball and sockets. Well, here's a Beast Man, and here is a Beast Man. There's about 40 Beast Man in this room. Here is another Beast Man. So there's a lot of them Beast Mans, though. All right. Bracers need to go gold. Okay, plenty of gold in there now. I sprayed it out from a can. That'll go on that plastic just fine. I do want to grab a new brush. Yes, I have a red Beast Man. I have a couple of them. I have the San Diego Comic-Con one. I have one from another customizer. I have one that I made. Yes. I have the Eternia Mini Red Beast Man. And I'm going to need a lot of this. I do coat them with a clear coat. Normally I coat them with 3 different layers, and I will do glossy, and then I'll do 2 coats of matte. And then if through handling or whatever the figure goes glossy, I know I have to recoat it. I do a custom Beastman every month. So I do a lot of custom Beastmen. I actually just printed a new head I sculpted the other day. So I have a new head to do. But boy, I don't know. I've got like 8 custom Beastmen right now. He's my favorite character. Like hands down, without doubt or question, it is Beastman. Yeah, they're also still not that expensive. The loyal subjects, they're pretty cool. Okay. Boy, that almost looks like a foil paint. That's a real nice gold on there. Yes. Tell you what, 619, we can take a walk. I had to unplug the phone. I'll let those bracers dry anyway. So my shop is trashed right now. So for this vintage Beastman was only available in South America. Got him from eBay. Here's a custom red flocked Beastman. Here's the Beastman cartoon version. That's the Beastman bobblehead. Back there is a Beastman plushie. That's 200X Beastman. That's the Beastman that comes from the Beastman soda can. Burger King 200X Beastman. That is a custom Beastman that I did right there with the fuzz. Let's see. This is a statue from Mexico. That is a custom Beastman that I did right there off of a King Kong body. Here's Eternia Mini Beastman. These guys are a little dusty. Let's see. Here's another custom Beastman that I did right there. And let's go in the other room where I keep most of my Beastman stuff. Here's a custom Grizzlord that I just finished. You might have seen him on my Instagram. Here's a custom Beastman that I just did out of Scar King from the Godzilla vs. Kong movie. Here is a red Beastman that I did from an Origins Beastman. And this is a Origins Beastman that I repainted and changed out his neck armor on. So, and here is a Skeletor throne that I made from hot glue. It's all hot glue. So, and Sleepy Panther is one I did a video on. Oh, these guys need flipped. Couple more Captain Bloth heads. Even have little earrings in. And this is, remember I said I just did a Beastman head? It's kind of like a 200X type Beastman. So, these guys are pretty well baked, in all honesty. Turn off those lights. And here's my 3D printer. This is Skeletor's council so far. So this is Hun Dread from RoboForce, Malbogia from the Spawn world, Genghis Rex, my version of, from Dino Saucers. There's Avenger back there. I had to change out his legs to make him kind of closer to the right height scale. General Spydrax, this is a custom figure. Genghis Rex is a custom figure. Hun Dread is a custom figure. King Hiss has a custom head on, you might notice. Jabba the Hutt, he's a straight original release Kenner. Hordak. Hordak is on the council. This is Overlord from Black Star. Monstar is a custom figure. This is Megatron back here. He is a custom figure. And then there's Dr. Piranha, Dr. Piranoid, and Tex Hex. Here's Mum-Ra peeking around the corner. And a version of Serpentor that I did as a custom. And this is, what's his name? From Captain Power, Lord Dread. That is Lord Dread from Captain Power. No, Captain Planet. No, Captain Power. Captain Power, the Soldiers of the Future. So that's Lord Dread. He was their villain. Here is a Alcalopus monster that I made. There's a shadow beast up there, and here's just some overflow things I haven't gotten into or opened yet. Another gray skull. This is the gray skull from the Netflix show. Yeah, I have a toy problem. Oh, there's Gygor that I made. Yeah, I actually probably will put my Beastman collection in a cabinet of some kind. We haven't been able to burn. So I have a bunch of cardboard boxes just piled up. Now in here, he's going to turn into Icer. I just haven't done that custom yet. This is the only Andre the Giant that I have right now because it's so hard to find. But he's about an inch taller than the rest of them. I really want them to make something else in this buck so I can make a few customs with it. But all of these are Master of the Universe Origins bodies. Maybe there's 40 in there, something like that. And then over here is non-Origins figures that I use for customs. And they're all kind of cataloged. These are all non-Origins figures I use for customs. This is a whole bin of customs, a whole bin of customs, bin of customs, bin of customs, 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 evil warriors, Snake Men. And this is the Horde with a Calyx custom right up front that I did. So there's, look, hey, surprise Beastman. Yeah, I got 2 of the Snake Invasion 4-packs. Cobwebs, I never saw that. If I had seen that, I would have bought 30 of them. They never show up. Well, I wouldn't have bought 30. I'd have bought 10. That's for sure. Hang on, guys. It's a little bit tough to get this phone back in the holder because everything spins. Oh, okay. So the Andre the Giant that I'm talking about, yes. So they didn't have Buttercup. Andre the Giant is from Master of the Universe, and Wrestling did a combo pack. So that it's a very specific Andre the Giant toy on a very specific Andre the Giant toy on a Master of the Universe type body. But now they have that buck, and they've got to make some more for it. All right. I need. Hello again, Lazy Noodles. Make sure that you guys are seeing the right stuff. Okay, and you're ending where? Okay. Great. All right. Every time I set this up, I've got to reestablish. Yeah, the Turtle Motu stuff is kind of interesting.
Are you still live?
I'm still live. Yeah. I went live at 6:30, so I'll probably stop here in 15 minutes or so.
March did the toolkits.
Cool. My wife has brought her camera over, and she's going to take some pictures. I'm kind of assembling this guy now.
Hey, cobwebs.
There we go. Hooray. All right, he's looking like Captain Bloth here now.
later on. Hey, mask slasher.
There we go. This one needs to go on. All right, now we're on. These have spikes on them that I need to get on there. I've got to paint his teeth. I don't think I need 2 coats on the gauntlets. Look at how gold those are. Those turned out pretty great. Alexa, count down 15 minutes.
15 minutes, starting now.
That's how long I think it'll take me to finish this guy uppish. So let's hit his teeth and eyes. His hands are right here. So I haven't put them on yet. No, wife has not ever painted one. And painting is kind of the fun part. She wants to paint one, she can build her own. I like doing the fun part. I'm doing teeth and eyes, and I'm going to open up a new brush because these details, it's so easy to trash a brush. It just gets harder and harder. This is a new ghost brush. If I had to go through one detail brush every time I did a figure, I would. Like, I'd be okay with that. Okay. Here's a tooth. And his lip is light blue. I forgot about that too. So I've got to paint his lip a real light blue. Sorry guys, I get real quiet when I'm doing detail work because I'm not good at it. And this requires a lot of concentration from me. If your paint is too thick, it'll leave like brush marks and ridges. If your paint's too thin, it'll run. So there's a balance you have to strike with it. Okay, bye Ace. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by and watching and stuff. So I go live on Sundays. I go live Sundays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. No, 6:30 p.m. Central. 6:30 Central is when I go live. Sunday, 6:30 Central. Most of the time. All right, so I'm got this going, and I got to paint his lips. That's what I need. I need blue paint. I have a little bit of white out still, and I can mix them. I don't think I have a baby blue. I think this is his lip color right here. I don't think it's much different than that. Just mixing. I put a little bit of white in with it, just to better match what I'm seeing on screen. So the gold came out of a spray paint can. So this is gonna just evaporate and dry up. I sprayed a spray paint can into, this is a cut off soda can. Boy. Painting action figure lips. Good night, Mass Slasher. I will probably get this guy painted and build his cape at another time. Off the air, so to speak. When I did his lip just now, I touched a tooth, and that tooth went blue. There we go. All right, so here he is, looking not bad. I still have to put spikes on this. These get 3 spikes on each side, but I'm going to put those on after I get his cloak on, because trying to put his cloak on, I guess I could take his arms off, then put it back on. That'd be fine. I have to paint his pupils. I have to figure out what sword he gets. And then he's real close to done, guys. Like, I almost got him done tonight. Let me heat up his wristy sockets. Now that those are warmer, the hands should go in easier. Yep, pop, pop, just like that. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that so far. I'm happy with this. This guy's looking pretty cool. He's looking like Captain Bloth, and I'll take it. All right, but I'm going to go ahead and sign off of here. So You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I want you to remember that hooray. All right. So it's your world. Yeah, and make whatever you want in it. You get to create it. That's what we get to do. And that's all I'm doing is I'm making the world that I want. You can start on a micro scale of action figures, and you can do that with your whole life. Make the world the way you want it to be. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching. I'm out.